Welcome back to English Off the Page, the podcast that takes English from the textbook to the real world. I'm your host, James.
And I'm Leona. And James, you seem extra cheerful today. Did your smartwatch tell you to be?
Very funny, but actually, you're not far off. I've been playing with this new AI life organizer, and Leona, it's a game changer. It plans my meals, schedules my workouts, answers my emails. I've had the most productive week of my life.
Wait, hold on. It answers your emails? So when I emailed you this morning to confirm today's recording, was I talking to you or was I talking to James Bot 2000?
It was me, mostly. I mean, it drafted a reply and I just click send. It saved me like a whole 30 seconds. It's about efficiency.
30 seconds. Wow, I don't know, James. That sounds less like efficiency and more like, I don't know, outsourcing your own life. Which I guess brings us to our topic today, human versus AI. Are we slowly handing over our humanity to algorithms?
Ooh, dramatic. I don't see it like that at all. I see it as getting rid of the boring stuff so we can focus on what's important. It's a tool, like a dishwasher or a calculator. You don't complain that you've outsourced washing dishes, do you?
That's different. Washing dishes is a chore. Replying to a friend is, well, it's a relationship. It needs that personal element, the human touch.
Right, the human touch.
Exactly. Take creativity, for example. I've seen all this AI generated art and poetry online, and I don't know, it just leaves me cold.
Oh, come on. Some of it is breathtaking. There's an AI that can compose music in the style of Bach that classical experts can't distinguish from the real thing. Isn't that incredible?
Technically, it's incredible, but it feels soulless. It's just a brilliant mimic. It analyzes thousands of pieces by Bach and creates something statistically similar. It hasn't felt joy or heartbreak or stared up at the stars and wondered about its place in the universe. That's where real art comes from.
Soulless. I don't know. I disagree.
You can't program a soul, James.
But if the end result, the painting or the song, makes a human feel something, does it matter where it came from? Isn't the art in the eye of the beholder? I think you're romanticizing the struggling artist idea a bit too much.
Maybe, but I like knowing a person was behind it, that their experiences shaped the final product. It's a connection. The AI version just feels like a clever magic trick. It's hollow.
Okay, I see your point on art. It's subjective. But what about more practical things, like navigation? You use a GPS, right? You don't use a paper map and a compass.
Of course I use a GPS. I'm not a monster.
Right, so you've outsourced your sense of direction to a machine. And that's fine. It's just an extension of that. My AI summarizes long, boring work reports for me. Why is that any different?
Because I worry it's making us lazy, not just physically, but mentally. If you never have to read a long report again, what happens to your ability to focus, to analyze complex information, to find the key points for yourself?
Right, yeah.
I mean, are those skills going to become obsolete? Are we just training ourselves to only consume tiny, bite-sized pieces of information that an AI has pre-chewed for us?
Obsolete is a strong word. I'd say we're evolving. We don't need to memorize phone numbers anymore because we have contacts in our phones. That's not a tragedy. It just frees up brain space for other things, like remembering more podcast topics.
I'm not so sure. Memorizing a phone number is rote learning. Understanding a complex argument in a report is critical thinking. I think it's a bit of a double-edged sword.
A double-edged sword. Go on.
Well, on one side, sure, it's convenient, it saves time, but the other side of the blade is that it cuts away at our own abilities. We get dependent. What happens when the AI gets it wrong or when the power goes out? Do we still know how to think for ourselves?
You sound like my grandfather talking about the internet. What happens if it breaks? We adapt. We build better systems. And the AI doesn't get it wrong very often, honestly. It's way better at summarizing 100 pages than I am after my third coffee.
But what are you missing in the process? Sometimes the most important idea isn't in the summary. It's a small detail, a nuance in the language that you only catch by actually reading it, by doing the work.
Okay, let's bring it back to my email assistant. You were genuinely upset that I might have used it to reply to you. Why? The message was the same. Sounds good. See you then.
Because it's about the intention. It's the thought that counts, right? It's knowing that you, my friend, took a moment out of your day to type out a few words to me. It's a tiny little thread of human connection. When you automate that, the thread breaks. It's like sending a robot to a party for you.
That would be an amazing party. No small talk, just pure, efficient fun.
You see, that's the problem. You're trying to optimize everything, even human interaction. Some things aren't supposed to be efficient. They're supposed to be messy and real.
All right. I'll admit sending an AI to a party is probably a step too far. For now. But I think there has to be a middle ground, a balance.
Okay, I'm listening. What's the verdict from the tech optimist?
Look, I think we should embrace AI for the tedious stuff, the chores of life. Let it manage my calendar, sort my emails, transcribe our podcasts, find the best deal on car insurance, all the stuff that no one actually enjoys doing.
The chores. Okay.
But we draw the line at the things that define our humanity: relationships, creativity, critical thinking, empathy. We use the time saved by AI to invest more in those things. More time for friends, for hobbies, for learning a new skill, or just for being bored and thinking of new ideas.
So, AI for the tasks, humans for the connection. Use it as a tool, not a replacement.
Exactly. So you're fine with my AI sorting my inbox.
As long as you promise never to use it to write a birthday message to your mom or me.
Scout's honor. It's a deal. See, we found the middle ground. The robot apocalypse is canceled.
For now, I'm still keeping my eye on you, James Bot.
I think that's a good place to wrap it up for today. It seems the key is not to fear the technology, but to be mindful of how we use it.
And to make sure we don't outsource the best parts of being human, remember to value that human touch.
Well said. So, to our listeners, we have a question for you. Where do you draw the line? Are you a tech optimist like me or a purist like Leona? Let us know on our social media channels. You can find us at English Off the Page.
And we promise a real human will read your comments.
Mostly. Thanks for tuning in. I'm James.
And I'm Leona. See you next time.